Oh, one last thing before we go. So, running a tour is big business, and they need security, organization, this, that whole thing. Big tour, when you're handling a couple of hundred people, I don't know how many, there were more than 100 at least. So the head of security was this big lummox of an oaf, I forget his name, big old bruiser, He decided he didn't like me. Yeah, because I was the only American. But more so because he decided he thought I was gay, because when we would fly, I had a pair of linen pants that were very comfortable for flying.
Yeah.
Very thin and relaxing. But they happened to be pink. It was pink linen pants. But not like a gay pink, like a Boy George pink. Like more of a burgundy. But he would make sort of snide remarks out of the corner of his mouth there about how I was gay and stuff. And, even back then, it wasn't, you weren't really allowed to sexually harass people about their perceived sexuality, And, so I could have sued Paul. But
it's not Paul.
It never crossed my mind. But I could have sued the organization, not Paul directly. So I just kept my mouth shut because I didn't want any trouble or anything.
Yeah.
But the thing that I've noticed in my life, not a lot of people try to get in my hair or harass me or anything. There's only been a handful in my entire lifetime, and mostly it would be when you're in school. You might have a bully or something like that. So this guy was essentially a bully, but I didn't do anything. But you know what happens to these people? It's been a pattern I've noticed in my life, is that it doesn't turn out well for them. They come to a bad end. Yeah, nothing to do with me or my actions. It's just fate steps in, and I guess looking out for me. So one day he was gone. He wasn't on the tour anymore. He was gone. And I said, "What happened to that guy?" They said, he came down with a very bad case of pneumonia, and he's off the tour." And I said, "Oh, good." So finally, like a month later, or 3 weeks later, or something like that, he's actually recovered, and he comes back to the tour. He's about 30 pounds thinner, very weak looking, and very humbled. And he just walked up to me and said hello, and he never harassed me again. One time there was this kid when I was in high school, and I was in a gang called the Loose Boots Club. That meant you didn't tie your laces of your boots. It was the stupidest gang ever. And so I was there with the boots, and they're untied, laces everywhere. And this kid named Moose, he comes over, and he looks at my boots, and he goes like, "Yeah!" But he made some face, and he made fun of my boots there. 2 days later, car accident, decapitated. His head was completely cut off. And I was with my friend David when he made fun of my boots. And someone, hey, came to us and said, "You hear what happened? Moose was decapitated, and he's dead." "Both?" I was like, "Both?" Like, you can live through that. "Yeah, Moose was decapitated, and he's dead." And then David looked at me and he said, "And he made fun of your boots." Like David realized that there was some inner
karmatic energy that
some mechanism turning. Well, anyway, that's it. Oh, and let's get back to the Beatles.